Let's welcome in East Palestine resident Jessica Conard now and Ohio State Representative Lauren McNally, whose district is just north of East Palestine. Welcome, both of you. I'm so glad you're here. And Representative McNally, let's start with you. We were just looking at Rich McHugh's report there about just how far the pollution from the train derailment spread. 16 states. What is your reaction when you hear these numbers?
It's very alarming, and I don't think that anything that I think that we let the criminal onto the crime scene in East Palestine from the very beginning, and that's one of the reasons we're in this situation when it comes to the burn.
Tell me more about that. What do you mean by that?
Norfolk Southern was on the first ones on the scene. They controlled the scene from the very beginning, whether it was our firefighters' gear and taking that before we could get it tested, to telling us that these things were going to explode and we had to do some type of burn, when we now know that that wasn't necessarily the case after the NTSB preliminary reporting. So even up into the most recent lawsuit, where they are now going to be allowed to dictate some of the precautionary things and the planning moving forward on how we deal with railroad incidents as part of the settlement.
Jessica, explain some of the problems you witnessed in the town in the 16 months since the crash and chemical burn.
I think I'd need a lot longer than the few minutes we have on here to explain some of the problems. I could present to you some of the solutions that we continue to push forward and need. And number one is a public health emergency. Now we have solidified, here that 16 states, which is a third of the U.S. population, has potentially been impacted by the Norfolk Southern chemical disaster, which is what I'll be calling it from here on out. I am excited to see the NTSB final report this week. I am anticipating it to be rather scathing. We're hoping to really be able to get a grasp of what happened on February 3rd, as well as the weekend unfolded into February 6th. I would really like to see the confirmation again that this chemical spill was very unnecessary. I'd like to see that the polluter has chronically ignored safety recommendations and lobbying against safety. I'd like to see the polluter tagged for potentially falsifying or maybe withholding this information from decision makers. I mean, these are all steps that would help us move forward that we really should have seen early on.
Jessica, we'll stay with you. I believe we're tracking a $600 million settlement from Norfolk Southern. It sounds like a big number on its face. Is it enough? Is it adequate for this community? What are the pitfalls that you're seeing with it?
Yeah, one of the things I keep saying is that we are not looking to get rich off of this settlement, but this is not enough. This is not enough for now. It's not enough for the future. They're offering, a settlement that's a 20-mile radius, and we now know that the pollution extended much further. So I think they need to get out their pocketbook again, come back to the table. We need to put some programs together in terms of our health monitoring. We still have no organized health care. This is just absurd. We need to have residential assessments for air, residential assessments for soil. These things still have not been done, and they're very common sense things that you think they would think of first, but as they say very often, is that common sense just really isn't that common.
Representative McNally, let's bring you in on this multi-million-dollar settlement from Norfolk Southern. We were speaking with a resident earlier this week who said in actuality it would only mean maybe a couple $1,000s for her, that residents would have to waive certain rights in the future as well. Is this settlement enough?
No, it's absolutely not enough. I mean, we don't need, like Jessica just said, it's not about the money. It's about the long-term health consequences that we're going to be dealing with, and now on a much bigger scale than we ever thought originally, for a lifetime. Whether it's the children, the animals, the soil, the food, the people, we need to make everybody whole for their entire lifetime, not just in their immediacy right now, today. And that's all that this lawsuit is doing. And it's very alarming to me, like I said earlier, to continue to allow Norfolk to even be at the table.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.